Good evening, everyone. How are you all
Good evening,
doing?
sir. Good evening, Tom.
Hey, Greg.
Good evening.
Hey, Dylan. Hey, Amy. Hey, Dave. Hey, Bastian.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, how are you all doing? Hey, Jim. Oh, he's been well.
Did your zoo and gyms hook up on stuff?
Sorry?
Do your zoo and gyms hook up on like breeding projects and stuff like that?
That's sometimes determined by like coordinators and stuff. If Jim's going to any of the conferences this year, we might bump into each other. I don't know if you are, Jim.
That would make a couple of bloody amazing YouTube videos.
Sort of thing. Like, there's a big one this year actually. I don't know if Jim, if you've heard of it, the big Ectofirms conference this year in November, which is pulling 3 different working groups together. So the Reptile Amphibian working group, the Terrestrial and Invertebrate working group, and the Aquariums working group all together to do one big conference with each other. Well, apparently they were trying to get it to be a week long, and everyone went, no, can't do a whole week conference, 3 days max. Because like pretty much every zoo went, yeah, we can't afford to lose our staff for a week from across 3 departments.
Oh, imagine. Why is there no zookeepers?
We're all having a jolly. We've all gone to the theme park. Hey, Dad. Hey, Mark. I've put in my request form to go to the AHH conference at Drayton Manor, which is always a good one. That's a nice one because that's a mix of zoo, trade, and private. So it's open to the public to go.
Yeah, didn't Leo come along to that one last year? Were you?
Yeah. Leo went to it last year. Yeah. And stuff. And this year it's primarily going to be focusing on nutrition. For
when is that?
16th, 17th of March.
And how much is it?
If you have the evening meal as well, then it's £100 for the 2 days. Otherwise, it's 75 quid for the 2 days without the meal. But it's 2 days of full conference with speakers from America, speakers from Germany.
Can you film it?
No. Purely because they will film it themselves for members of the British Zoological Society. So you've got to be a paid up member, which is fair enough.
Makes sense.
Okay. I think it's only like 20 quid a year to be a member. I think it's quite cheap to be a member. So, but it's all, it's always good. The one I'm really interested in is going to be the live food husbandry, sort of taught by London Zoo. So to see what they're doing, because it's actually a friend of mine, Ross, who's basically running all their live feed stuff.
It'll be nice to see like the bigger live food breeders. I ain't going to mention anybody's names, obviously, but it'd be nice to see those guys move away. Well, not move away from, but maybe add to live feeders' diet apart from broccoli and kale, which seems to be. Yeah. It'd be nice to see them try and get a bit more vitamins and stuff into the live feeders.
That is why it's important to feed your live feeds when you get them with other things and stuff, because they are fed
the other animals.
They're fed primarily things just to maintain them and to get them to breed as quickly as possible, not necessarily to make them as nutritious as possible.
But I think I think even though we keep them as feeders, they still have a life on the planet until they're out.
Absolutely.
So why not provide better care for them while they're here, instead of just going, oh, do you know what? They can have a bit of kale and that's it. Job done.
This is very true, Jim. All going towards UVB for live feeds as well. Yep. So it's something that certainly a few zoos are doing. I want to do more properly than what he does so far.
Didn't you, me, and Richard, when he was doing Northern Exotics, chat about that about 3 or 4 years ago?
It was a while ago, yeah, because towards the early days of my channel and stuff, and that's all. Actually, yeah, there are zoos doing this, and there are papers on it.
And then we were also talking about like tarantulas, whether they benefit from the UVB or not. And
potentially under some of the new
got
legislation coming out, but for zoos, is that potentially all invertebrates will have to be kept under UV light.
Have you got a control in your room? Like, if you had 6 slings, could you put 3 under a UV and 3 not?
I don't know.
That is a shame.
I don't. What we really need is ideally is one more zoos to be just themselves. You know, the keepers are interested in doing it. So, but yeah, and the higher ups within zoos actually on board with being part of research for that sort of thing and getting unis involved and stuff, to be able to get more data, because at the moment there's very little data on the effects, and the species used weren't really species that you see in zoos anyway. So it's kind of like we can't really use this.
Well, I was just about to say, because I've got the Amazonias germani, and thinking if they're a boreal, they could be potentially in the wild exposed to more UV than what obviously if a saura or possibly a terrestrial would be, because they're higher up, closer to the canopies.
Yeah.
So if you had that, I'd donate like six to you, Phil, and then you could run it over the course of a year. Go to the zoo and say, got the arboreals. This is the results in size. Wondering if you want to do something with terrestrial, maybe.
So, because yeah, I mean, like the only, unless there's been any more recent studies, the only study I know of was done with H. gigas. That's all that. What have you done on that species for?
Was this scientists?
Yeah, it was in a lab.
What? We'll see what the UV effects are on a spider that spends its entire life under the ground.
So, I mean, there was interesting results because they did find a rise in cortisol levels. So they're like, well, this indicates that potential, it might stress them out actually, sort of thing. So it's still interesting results to have, even purely so you can go, well, actually for certain species, perhaps we shouldn't. So more for us in zoos, and when people that come up with legislation and go, actually, this is bad. That sort of thing.
But as keepers, we need to know either way, really.
Yep. And so I think it's one of these things of like, do they need it to live? No.
No, of course not.
We've been.
Do they need it to thrive?
But that's the thing. Do they need it to thrive? Maybe. We don't. We don't know. I mean,
give Frances McBain a call and get her out of retirement again.
Thomas Griffiths, he's really good. Thomas Griffiths, he's pretty much taken over from Francis in terms of doing all the various sort of tests and stuff and reports and stuff on various labs. So he's very, very good.
I am.
Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hello.
But yeah, so certainly all interesting. I mean, I've certainly seen some zoos, some of the bigger zoos that your common tarantulas in zoos are things like salmon pinks, red knees, chili rosé, kind of like your three probably most commonly seen Theraphosa spiders within zoos. And I've seen some where they'll put 4 T5 tubes over the top. And I look at it and go, that is, that's a lot.
Yeah, you want someone like a shade dweller or something.
This sort of thing. There may be shade dweller tubes, but even then, 4 tubes, that seems like a hell of a lot to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of thing. I was thinking at the moment that we don't have all the relevant science to back things up, but we may be forced into it without the science. Sort of thing. It could literally become a legality thing for zoos. Sort of thing.
That could be.
We have to measure the UV buzz. Well, okay, yeah, we've got to measure it, but while we, what are the levels we're meant to be getting to? If there's been no studies done, that's a really difficult one to do.
I would have thought with the majority of them, it's going to be minimal, but you need a light detector, don't you? UVB sensor on the ground, one halfway up the trees, and then one all the way up the tree.
We'll have solar meters and stuff, so we got that. Can't get it right onto the ground, unfortunately. Sort of thing, but you can sort of do calculations to go, okay, it's probably going to be about this.
You need to do it wherever the spider actually comes from, because in captivity, yourself, as the spiders are bred, they tend to go a little bit smaller in size.
Yeah.
And potentially, because we don't know, it might be they need just that touch of UVB just to go. Oh.
Yeah, it's very possible. It's very, very possible. So, it's just a case of, sounds, it's very, very possible. So it'd be interesting to see what does come out from them, what does legislation does end up saying for us. Because looking at it, some of the proposed changes, and because I'm on the steering committee for the terrestrial invertebrate working group, and we were going this is a headache.
I was just about to say, legislation is usually written by people in an office that read paperwork and have no hands-on experience.
Oh yeah.
And just go, yeah, they can do that. Tick.
Yeah. Word it in a way that it's difficult for you to argue against
and interpret it as well.
Yeah. So you're what does this mean? So yeah, that does give a bit of a headache sometimes. But again, often some of the people sitting on the boards coming up with legislation are anti it all anyway, so they want to make it as difficult as possible.
Yeah, I get you.
Hey, Wolf.
Hey, Wolf.
Hey, everybody in chat. I can't see any of the comments, unfortunately.
That's where stick insects are. They were potentially going to go on to be a Category 1 species at one point, and it's all like, what are you on about? And they managed to get it downgraded, but they're going up to Category 2, and it's all like, they're not dangerous. Category 2 means they can severely injure you, but not kill you.
Well, yeah, if you eat one, maybe, but well, depending on species, because some are actually ate in their native countries anyway. But
it's
those Urocanthaps.
You get a good kick from a Urocantha calcarata, yeah, it's going to hurt and stuff. But there's a hell of a difference between that and being bitten by a capybara.
I would have thought Category 2 would be you're off the hospital. Now you show me a stick insect which you touch that will put you in hospital.
And there's literally just all of the stick insects, and you're like, that's thousands of species. Instead of just going, these ones, because it's so that basically makes it that we can't handle them, or it's more risky. We don't do any handling here anymore. But it's just all but Indian stick insects not going to do anything to you.
Hey, Steve. I got bitten today.
You see,
Yeah, but by Kathy doesn't count, man.
No, I got bitten. I got bitten by a very
Did you?
upset male dubia.
A male dubia.
He bit me
All the things.
right there. I was holding him, trying to get hold of his wings with the back end, and he's put his head through here and nipped me right in here. Little shit.
He's probably like, no, I'm going for food, so
Yep.
gator snapper. That is the snapping turtle, yeah?
The alligator snapper, the larger one. Yeah, one was found in the pond.
Oh,
All the news calling it dangerous, which it is, and invasive. Oh, I could not see them breeding in this country.
There's not enough of them for them to become invasive anyway. But it's probably one that just got too big for its own because they get big. And it wasn't. I don't think it's an adult one either. So
if they put snapping turtle found in a pond, they fished it out and put it in a zoo as a headline, nobody would look at it. But if they go gator snapper found in a pond, invasive and extremely dangerous, suddenly
it sells.
And that selling point though, Phil, has been going around for hundreds of years. I mean, look at the bird eating spiders and how that developed. You know, same thing. Oh, it's
exactly the same thing.
There's a man eating banana tree. Will you fund my next expedition? Oh yeah, of course we will. We want to see that.
So, the fact that all came from Viculera, because Viculera literally translates as bird eater. It's just hilarious.
Oh, don't. Avics, versicolas, they live all the way in the top of the trees. That's why they need so much ventilation, apparently. But somebody messaged me, and I was like, no. I said they've been found in huts, mud huts. I think it was Martin video or photographed a versicola living inside the hut he was staying in.
Yeah, no, what are you doing? One of my scorpions is being weird. It's been weird though.
It just wants to be on the telly. It's like, oh, Dad, how come you're on the telly? You've not got me.
He's more likely. He probably wants to get to the female. Probably it's next to him. It's probably hopefully that's a good sign.
Oh.
I can bear him.
Oh. The tail of two scorpions and a breeding pebble.
So when I paired my my Nevos, I completely ignored the nice slate coaster I put in there for him, and then on the cork bark. But I was successful. I mean, she's looking heavily gravid. So
it intrigues me, the whole reproduction, because as you know yourself, Tron may not know because I think he self breeds a lot. Because when we go about breeding and what have you, start to finish, it's enjoyable physically and emotionally. The whole process is like, and then obviously the end result with the release of endorphins. When you put the two scorpions together and the male drops the sperm on the floor, pulls the female, and the female picks it up. I can't see how they would exchange chemicals for that to be as enjoyable as like it is with humans. So I'm thinking it's more of a overwhelming need to breed and a feeling of we need to do this as opposed to it's enjoyable. What do you reckon, Phil?
Probably more just mechanical nature. And so I mean, again, you'd have to, without doing like loads of tests on hemolymph and stuff to see what's going on during the total time.
Stop thinking about tests. What do you think?
Hey Tim.
And so I think for most inverts it's purely mechanical and just like we need to do this. So we'll do this.
It's like the males just they literally must have such an overwhelming urge in their body to go down that cork bark to see the female like this and go obviously talking about spiders, and then go, oh, well, I know what I'll do. I'll and do a thing. And
it was the same as well. I mean, remember was it when the old Bristol Zoo was a thing, they were looking at doing the Poecilotheria metallica stud book for zoos. They had a male and like a couple of females, and he literally ran out of his enclosure, ran straight into a female's enclosure, straight into the court, mated, came back out, ran, and then just took himself to another one. Some of them were just saying, "Go, what's going on?" So he'll just go mental, like going to different enclosures, like, "Yeah, I'll do this one now." And stuff, and then
that male must have come from Coventry.
and then like when he was done, he ran back to his own enclosure. And they're like, "Okay, fair enough." But it wasn't successful, unfortunately, so they never got any sacks. And then I think after new evidence that they then got, they said there was no point in doing the sub book because they said Metallica was the only pokey worth doing because all the others in captivity aren't worth a sub book because they're not pure enough.
Agreed.
Nothing's pure enough. And there's now suggestions that Metallica may be extinct in the wild.
Extinct
in the wild. They're not being found at the moment.
Nah. Not being found in both pockets, so they're just looking at the one.
In any of them, even the secret ones.
Where have they gone
then? So it's so bad over there at the moment.
Do you think they've literally just all been poached?
Nice one,
That's
Steve.
just been destroyed mainly.
For palm oil.
Everything, palm oil for logging. Just for the timber. It's really sad over there at the moment.
Could we not, with you leading it, like do a GoFundMe and end up buying part of the rainforest so it could be like that's staying there forever?
The amount of money that takes, so it's insane. Was because World Land Trust. How much? Let me see if I can find out how much it was for them just to buy an acre of land. It was insane. Insane amounts of money.
Get Luke to sponsor it.
Brad's done it. Brad owns some of the Borneo forest, and he said it's never going to be built on or changed or anything.
Let's have a look.
This is Phil's concentration face.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the tongue to come out. Apparently his poo face and his concentration face are the same.
Sorry, me. You're talking about me?
So, Matt,
actually, the buy an acre through the World Land Trust is £100 an acre. But then they just do all the work, kind of thing.
If you buy, let's say if we got, I don't know, 10 acres, would we then be able to name those 10 acres as this area is called?
I doubt that. No, I don't think so. Oh, Jackie's been a member for 3 months.
Hey, Jackie. So basically, just pay for somebody else to own it, but knowing that it will never get developed on.
Or it's a different part of the world, but if you ever listen to Animals at Home podcast, he had Amazon. Is it the Amazon Conservancy or some? It's a Canadian charity who bought land in the Peruvian Amazon to protect it, and they spent I don't know how many thousands of dollars on this land, and then literally they went back to like see it all, and the whole thing was cleared for cocaine. And then they were all in massive legal battles trying to get the land back and trying to get that off their land and stuff. And they were in charge for having that being planted on their land. Someone's like, it's not us planting it. We're literally trying to conserve the land.
Yeah, but you ain't going to win against cartel
No, and there's
unless you've got a
very,
cartel
sort of
there
dangerous
protecting your
areas and
land.
stuff. It's difficult. Well, Amy's been a member for 13 months. Bloody hell, it's been that long.
Hey, Amy.
Good night, Amy.
That's a fucking sorry. That's the problem with the world. Is literally it's just run around drugs and money.
Often, yeah. And that makes
drugs, money, power, and religion.
That's what makes conservation so difficult. You know, and even in this country, I mean, like there was a conservation program for the UK's largest spider a few years ago, which was successful. But the amount of negative press it got was insane.
Yeah, because they don't care about
because
spiders.
there was a spider. Because there was a spider being conserved. And so to literally point out, I know Chesington were involved with it. As well, like London and stuff, rearing up fenning raft spiders and releasing them back into the wild and stuff, and then monitoring them in the wild, and like mainstream media were like saying how horrible it was that zoos were doing this and stuff, and oh my god, headlines: zoos releasing giant spiders in our country, and this and the other. Like they're a native spider, they should be there. Hey, Leah.
Hey,
Leah.
Sorry, I was separating beetle larvae.
Excuses.
I literally had them piled up, so I was like, yeah, I can't really go live with this going on. So.
Hey, Jeremy. No worries, dude.
Has Jessa been sold yet?
I mean, if he hasn't been shipped off yet.
He bought himself.
He bought himself, okay.
Yeah, he was concerned somebody else would buy himself, so he was like,
I want to see Lee update the information with the comments I put.
that picture was taken from the clip that I took, so I'm going to charge Lee at Spider Shop £850 for the use of it.
Did you see the care and husbandry and information about the species I put on the thing?
And then buy Jazza.
So, Matt.
Yeah.
How's my Sturmy doing?
She's moved a little bit.
I'm not gonna let that slide. You called Chris before me, man.
You said to me, if I wasn't sure about buying it, then to let you know, and I bought it.
Yeah, and then you go to the shop. There's 2 females, and instead of calling me, you called Chris.
Yeah, but then 2 people benefit. That's Matt, though, isn't it? Somebody else can benefit as well as himself.
The thing is, I couldn't house 2 here. I couldn't house 2 here, and there's no way I'm going to be able to pair 2 lots. And Chris has got a male down there, hasn't he?
I bet you could.
Oh.
You know it as well.
At the moment, I couldn't. Haven't even got space to feed. I'm feeding on my lap at the moment.
Yeah, you've got a bedroom free. Connor's not there,
mate. That's full of other stuff. Yeah, do you want to see her?
Is that the new dungeon?
Yeah, don't look too carefully in the background. There's objects there that will scare you.
Let's put on larger.
Oh, look at her.
Oh. I need to change this substrate over because we had to do a quick shift the room with her. This isn't her setup. So we scraped off all the top of the substrate to get rid of all the urticating hairs, but I'm still not happy with the substrate in here. This was the other one's substrate, basically. So we took a layer out and put her in it. But this is a 45 by 45 with a swimming pool.
Yep.
And she just I'm going to redo it all, do all the soil. I've got a big tub of soil at the moment, and I'm going to catch cupper up in a big bra plast. I'm going to take all this out. I've got a massive tub of dirt just there, ready to go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get some moss tomorrow from the woods, and give her a nice setup, and then let her molt, and then chuck my boy in. Is the boy still at the front? Oh, yeah, there he is.
He'll be waiting a while for her to molt.
No, Luke was looking at her today, and Luke reckons, like, with the way that, that her patches are and stuff, I mean, she's quite light there, but
Weeks.
she's very dark on the black.
Within
back.
weeks.
It won't be long.
Fair.
She's look, if I put the light round there and get it.
When did he mature, Matt?
9 weeks ago.
Oh, he's good for what, 4 or 5 months?
Yeah. Look at her.
She's so great.
When she molts, she's going to be one big spider.
Mate, her carapace is about over 2 inches wide. She is. I mean, you saw her in that bra class, right? When we got her out, she's about a foot already. DLS. She's fucking huge.
Nice.
Sorry about the language, but honestly, like looking at her in the shop, and even Jezza will like attest to this. When we were there, it was just like, have never seen 2 spiders as big as these 2. They absolutely huge. But yeah, the male had a good feast today because he's obviously now eating after his molt. So today he had a big feed up. So hopefully he's going to put a sperm web down in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, giant specimen.
Yeah, she was so flipping big. I mean, the other one was in a 60 by 30 by 30 setup, and I mean, Jezza could have got a saddle and just ridden one of them home, I reckon.
Imagine.
I mean, you saw the photos of both of them being held in the bra plast. They're let's have a look. When we were comparing them both, so come on, that's a 5 litre bra plast. Sorry, the 3 litre bra plast, the big one, the big wide flat one.
There we go.
Bloody hell.
And this is a standard bra plast with my one in it.
Bloody hell.
It's like, yeah, we got it into a normal size bra plast because there was no other bra plast to box her up into. And it's just like, in you go, pull your arms in, must remain inside the vehicle at all times. And trying to get the lid on without crushing her abdomen was a mission.
Wow.
But yeah, solid spider. But I mean, and also the prices Jeremy was looking at, the ones from the weekend show at Holton, and the adult females there were more expensive than what we paid for these. So
yeah, I find like European prices can really vary sometimes with some of the inverts. Like some of them are hugely cheaper than the UK, and some of them are hugely more expensive.
Well, you know what Natalie's like with deals and stuff like that. I mean, because we took them both, we got a good price with the enclosures as well. I mean, mine one came with the 45 EXO and was still way under £200.
Yeah, no,
that's
right. That's good. That is. But yeah, no, I've known like times like going back years ago. It's actually at a sea show actually, and I mean years ago because like pre-Brexit and all that, and the Gossers had Amphia sexcutata beetles, so the real large Indian predatory beetles. They were like £4 each because that was the price of them back then.
Oh, wow.
I'm talking like more than twice the size of the Egyptian predatory beetles. These are much nicer as well. And the Peter Gravitz bought the lot and put them straight on his table for £30 each. And he was like, "This is the price in Germany." For and stuff. Yeah, and I remember he had like things like giant African land snails, like your ovums, marginal ovums, decent sized ones, that sort of size ones. German price was £150 each.
Wow.
Yeah, from Bugs UK.
Does anybody want to buy some? I have 3.
Like, seriously?
The only downside to buying that spider at the weekend was the fact that because we spent so long umming and ahhing about it, looking backwards and forwards and moving setups and things, I didn't get to. I got loads of film from the reptile hut, but I've got to go back either tomorrow or Wednesday and sort of do all the filming from the bug hut because I didn't.
You have to go back.
I have to go back. I actually do have to go back anyway. I've got to go and pick up some food and stuff, but I'll have to go back and do all the filming from the bug hut because. I didn't get a single bit of footage of spiders, so yeah.
Sounds about right.
Any
First
nice
thing you do, I mean, like,
They
you're
had
in the moment enjoying yourself and stuff. That's sort of more important, really.
yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. Yes, they do. They have I sent Phil a picture actually.
Oh, the
Emperor.
Emperor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one. Well, Ely Exotics are holding a male for me.
Nice.
I've got my own.
So, because he messaged me today, being like, "Oh, we've got Emperors in there." So it was like, "They're sending a quick deal, sort of thing. I'll hold one back for you when you next come in." I was like, "If you got a male," so because the Ely ones from the pictures, good sizes. You know, you need a couple of your hands, need a length of hand for
Oh, wow.
70 quid.
Wow, that's really good.
Ooh.
Well, considering last year adult pair was 250.
Yeah.
Well, they are coming down in price again. Slowly coming down in price because it's becoming more and more available again compared to a couple of years ago.
I think it's the interest for scorpions has finally taken off.
Yeah.
It's definitely starting to grow again. Yeah, definitely is. Definitely is. So I think there's a lot more people interested in getting scorpions, and there's a lot more interest in other scorpions and not just Silenus.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. Which I love Silenus.
Because there's more species available now. And I think a lot of people just thought it was Asian forest and that was it. The rest were DWA.
Yeah.
And then now, obviously with the more and more species being available, everybody's like, "Oh, they're not DWA. They're actually ones that we can keep."
That's it. Yeah.
I mean, that Jediah, that one that I've got, my God, that might as well be a DWA.
Yeah, so that's a Spadex.
It looks like a DWA and she acts like a DWA.
Nice.
She don't take no crap from me, that's all.
I'll just send you a message, Leo.
I would like a
second
Spadex
message.
at some point, but yeah, you can get them cheaper than that.
The second out of the two. No?
Again,
do you want
if you
to know
talk
why?
to TSS at a show, you might
Do
get
you
a
want
bit
to know
off.
why, Matt?
Go on.
Yeah.
I
Well,
have
if it's-
3.
Yeah, they're sending Spadex under a made-up name, which is sort of like.
The first message is good though.
Yes,
wow.
Bastian. Yes.
But they're super nice scorpions, super nice. I'm interested in the. I thought you weren't coming on, Jeremy.
I said fuck it. I'll just jump on for a bit.
You come on for a good grilling, have you?
Get your camera on, Jezza.
No, I'm not. I'm half dead eating food at the moment.
He chats so much crap. He's sitting there packing up teapots for all the orders he's got.
I don't know if anyone's seen it, but Ads Darcy's got a mature male Canberra guy. If anyone's in need.
He was looking for one the other day.
He's probably already used it.
He's in a fair few of my chats, and yeah, he was looking for one.
Maybe
I've
he's got
got
excessive more.
I'm pretty sure my
confuses me.
Regalata it's either now mature male or very near mature male.
Ooh.
If anyone's got a female Regalata.
Chris.
It's quite a small male though.
I know he's got a female, adult female. Or Luke.
Oh, yeah.
Luke's got nearly all the pokies, I think, as adults.
Well, this one came from Luke, so that's why I haven't messaged Luke because I bought off Luke. So it's all just in case.
This little dude here, this little mature male darlingy.
Hey, Tony.
He's about the
Aw.
same. He's about the same size as my female's abdomen. But I tell you what, he's got some feistiness about him, and she's quite calm at the moment. So
Mate, I've got a hatty female that's probably about 10.5 inch, and the male is 1.5 inches.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
1.5 inches. I'm like, maybe not.
My female's not too bad. She's what I sent Luke a picture of the other day. 'cause I was
Mine
like,
will fucking kill her in seconds.
well, this is why I said to Luke. I said, like, do you think she's old enough yet? Because her last molt, I was trying to find it and I couldn't. But from what I remember, is the spermithia were quite dark. So it's like, normally means they're old enough, doesn't it? And he said, oh, she looks breeding. Like, I put my hand next to her and all this and the other, and he said, oh no, she looks big enough to pair. So best thing you can do is just put him in there, and if she's not interested, she'll leave him. So,
I mean, when I came around yours, isn't it?
yeah.
Tried it out with the piece of
Should have
grass.
seen the stuff Jeremy was pairing last night. The male was like 10 times the size of the female.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Jeremy.
And still scared of her.
Jeremy come up and had a
Funny.
visit. He had a visit into the room into the tip on Saturday night, and saw the room firsthand. Had a good old look around some of the spiders. But you encouraged her out, didn't you?
Yeah, because it's the best way to see whether a female will just wallop the male is just to test to see her feeding response.
And she was
And
quite calm,
using
wasn't
the
she?
grass. Yeah, using the grass. I mean, she shifted around quite quickly, but she didn't bolt out or charge or anything.
No, she was very methodical, wasn't she?
Whereas my Sandera, she just charges at everything. Angry little thing.
Oh, Phil, I got more baby rubber duckies.
Nice.
Was there anything?
Yeah, mine are doing well.
I got 12 in there now that are like a good size, like almost adult. And then there's like a couple of little babies running around in the bottom.
It's always good when you see the babies. Always good.
Jeremy, was there anything in the tubs of dirt I gave you?
No, they were. But I did reutilize the substrate, dude. So
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, the substrate is quite good quality. So
yeah, I just mixed it in with my Detrivor mix. But yeah, it's
You never know.
surprising because, like I was saying, like your substrate's setup is good. It's just more the pieces of wood.
yeah, I need to get. I've got a load of bigger pieces. And what I'm going to do is when I feed them next, I'm going to change all those over, and then make sure that I've got no one trying to stow away inside the bark.
I actually had that. I had a tube web spider in one of my isopod enclosures. Luckily, it was a well-established colony, but I probably did notice that thing for a couple months.
I'm thinking more of little babies trying to get out and disappear and leave the colonies behind.
Off to find new dirt.
Yeah, colony life. Is no. But yeah, you never know. You might have tiny little babies in maybe one of them, but I just don't think there was enough pods in the colonies for them to do anything with.
Yeah, I've had that with my patchhogs. So I had 6. I'm now down to 3. They had babies, but I haven't seen them since. I don't know if they've passed or.
Was there any past?
Same with my Marinellas, dude, and my Cubaris Jupiters. They've just been dwindling down in numbers. Yeah.
It's going down. Talking about that, I think my cappuccinos have crashed,
Oh
Oh,
no.
which is like gutting. The pack Johns are doing well.
I have one singular Diablo.
Long-armed scorpions.
He lives in there
probably
because
got
he's
like
on his
6
own.
Diablos left.
Oh,
What
the Scorpiops. I think that's what they're calling the Scorpiops.
Ah,
Yeah, the Scorpiops and the Phrenorhynchus. Those are stunning.
Give the listeners a Scorpiop species Thai, haven't they? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which are likely the ones that Mark Stockman has. The Scorpiops. Is it? What are they?
I've got Scorpiops Phatoensis.
That's the one. They're likely Phatoensis.
Probably.
Fatuensis, however you pronounce it.
Or however you pronounce it. It's definitely my name. I've got two little ones. I caught one. It just molted the other night.
Ooh.
Yeah, managed to get little photos, the tiniest little molt ever because they're
Aw.
tiny. I got them off Tom Marsh, along with Trader of Stock Manor
Quick
Nice.
question.
But Aaron's been doing them for 5
who's-
months.
Who's the go-to person to identify a tarantula by picture?
Send it to all of us, dude.
Yeah, just spam in the chats.
Yeah, okay. Because when I went to the my local pet shop last Saturday, I was offered. The guy told me it's an adult female. That's about all I know. And he wanted to get rid of it. So it comes with enclosure and everything. He doesn't know species name. And from the one picture I saw, it was a brown ball.
Oh,
So
Is it the same thing when they tried to sell that Scorpio Maros as Selenis gold form?
Oh, I remember that. I remember, yeah. Go from Silenus, he no.
But if it's a big brown angry spider that they want to get rid of, I'm putting money that is H gigas.
Yeah.
I still remember when Spinifers would be sold as emperors.
Because of the Telson.
Stuff it was just after when emperors went onto CITES and stuff, and couldn't get them imported anymore and stuff, and then literally a year or two later, suddenly Spinifers were being sold as emperors. You're like, no, it's a Spinifer.
I do
again,
like having these discussions on identifying stuff.
Dickheads misidentifying and then selling is why a lot, 50% of the spiders in the hobby aren't true.
Yeah.
If not, it might even be a higher percentage.
Cracking
so
example is Tom Moran's Baumgartner Bohemy hybrid they got from a European import.
Oh, Viscika. Highland and Lowland. Curly hair, Pagans. They were saying possibly Metallica.
They'd say that with Metallica, but I'm kind of curious of what they would cross Metallica with.
It's reckoned Metallica's the purest one.
Yeah.
Metallica's probably the purest pokey.
I mean, it's pretty hard to misidentify a Metallica. Like, come on.
yeah. But then some people are stupid.
Originally, it wasn't even described as a blue spider.
True.
The original description was that they're brown. No one thought
that
that.
one pickle jar.
Also, you have the problem that
no one thought to write down, by the way, this spider's blue.
I think also a part of the problem is you have people in the hobby that tries just to see if it works, and because they think it's
it's
cool.
a bit of everything, isn't it? Yeah. Historically, people just didn't know any better. Historically.
Well, yeah, but
and then you get some people that are like, "Oh, I wonder what happens if I put these two different ones together. Let's see what happens," which doesn't help anything.
I
can make a lot of money out of this.
The Baumgartner was money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's a reason why that's the only brachia I actually don't have in my collection. It's just like because you probably going to end up with a Beaumont anyway. Whether it's just like
it's like I do kick myself in the ass when TSS had that Baumgartner adult female on the table, and look, I was staring at that female for ages, and I was like, this is very likely.
My female was from CSTM.
Well, Baumgartner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're nice. It was £200, and I had no money at the Capital show.
Oh, night, Wolfie.
I was busy building up the confidence to talk to Richard.
This was from about 5 years ago, maybe, and it's still only about an inch now.
Yeah, I saw that in the chat.
Oh, night.
Matt's been a
Ash.
member of the 13 months.
I'm sold out.
Yeah.
I'm arriving. Apparently, I'm arriving tomorrow, even though he told me I'm arriving Thursday. So
I'm quite
I got a
disappointed.
text message this morning saying, "Be careful when you unbox the tree trapdoors because they've made trapdoors in the tissue paper already."
Oh wow, that could be fun.
So that's going to be fun. Try not to squish them when I'm unwrapping the tissue. Bear in mind, these trapdoors are like barely an inch, if that. They're tiny.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember Phil seeing them on Tom Patterson's page, the Sanson, the tiny ones that he wanted like $600 for. And they came in like 3 years ago. Hold on, let me see. I'll screenshot the picture and I'll send it to you. Where is it? Yeah, when I saw the price, I saw Lee send me a picture of them, and I was like, "Yeah, these are going to be like 60 quid each," because I remember them so expensive. And it was like £22 per adult. I'm like, I'm buying 4.
I'm not missing that.
Had a great day,
I'm
Helen.
not
Just been
passing the
busy.
opportunity for that. So I've got 4, and so does Jenny Wu. So hopefully between us we have a pair.
Ah, yeah. Oh, those.
Yeah, that's a mature male,
Damn. That epiphyseoma is tiny.
right?
What the hell?
Oh, these strawberries
Right,
are
Phil,
bloody
I'm
sour.
gonna have to disappear, unfortunately.
No, right, mate. No,
Well,
right.
nice
Take
to
it
see you
easy,
tonight,
dude.
dude.
Cheers for having on.
But yeah, I've had a bit of a chill from social media for a very, very long time.
Needs to be done. It needs to be done every now and then, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
I'm liking it, but it's like live streams and stuff. I haven't been on other people's live streams regularly for such a long time. It's like I'm gotta get back into it. So I appreciate you sending the link, Phil. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no. I was like, yeah. Whenever I send people, it's always a case of if people are free and they want to, fair enough. You know, great. If you're not and don't want to, that's great as well. You know, kind of thing. And never force people on and stuff. And it's because I know what it's like. I got like that last year. I just felt like I was on live stream after live stream after live stream, and I was like, shit, I'm not getting anything done.
It was just
So
a fair few people needing support that was messaging. Not just the one everybody's thinking of, but quite a few, and I was just like, boom.
Yeah, you need to have a break every now and then, and just then do it because you want to do it and when you want to do it and stuff, isn't it? And it's make it fun for yourself again.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I've had to do and stuff, and I'm enjoying doing a few TikToks again now and stuff, a few videos on there and reels and stuff.
Oh, I was watching those. I was like, I think I watched all your TikToks that you did of the last show because everybody is standing. And I thought, what a wicked idea!
I was just like, you know what? I filmed the show, but let me just do some little reels and stuff. So let me just do this and the other, and then like, all I need to do, I can just do that all in Power Director. So then I can just go boom, 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 pull it all up, draft it all, and then just release it over a few days. And stuff, and I was like, well, that's good fun, and like, yeah, most of the trades, like, yeah, go around like, oh, this for doing that, that's awesome. And so I was like, yeah,
it was wicked.
Always promote people that promote various traders that I can.
As soon as anybody says like, oh, do you know where I can get one of these spiders from? It's like, oh man, one of the sellers. Oh, what sellers are out there? It's online. Go watch Phil's channel. They're all on there. Go check his TikTok. They're all on there.
I'll probably do the same for I'm not gonna say every show, but probably most of the shows because I'm filming them anyway.
Yeah.
Didn't take, it didn't take much longer just to quickly go.
Yeah.
I just
See,
go,
the
Right,
thing
I'm
with
gonna,
me is when I watch those videos, I get upset because I'm like, oh yeah, I missed that really good deal on that table. Oh, I missed that deal
I
Oh,
on
done
that
that as well. I
table
was like,
too.
oh no, yeah, those, and I didn't spot it.
All right, I'm gonna disappear. Thank you again, Phil. Appreciate it.
Take it easy,
Night,
Scott.
everybody.
Thanks, Scott. Catch you later, man. Take
Bye bye, Scott.
Stay safe, dude.
Bye. Bye.
Hey, Jeremy,
Hmm?
that soil I was showing you that's got all the nice nutrients and stuff in it.
Yeah.
God, it's got some fungus gnats in there.
Oh.
Yeah, I redid a load of the beetle stuff yesterday. Took
Can I interrupt a second? Because Helen said this at the bottom of the screen over there, like about 10 minutes ago. And she's going. She wanted
What?
to ask how our days have been.
oh right, yeah,
Yeah,
Oh.
Alan,
busy feeding.
before you go, I was wondering, why do you feed your teeth in the shower?
What?
Water's about the same time.
High humidity. She only keeps high humidity species.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, no, I've had a good day. Fairly chilled. I'm shopping. Finally got a card reader ordered.
Nice.
Finally
Saw that
had an
earlier.
escapee. He can no longer say he's not as bad as an escapee.
Yep.
Haha.
You called it up.
No, haven't
Oh.
found it yet.
Ah,
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, so if you go to Phil's, beware.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's only-
maybe
it's
it'll be
only
like
a little one,
my, I took
There's
in
no
Marcella
family
where it lived in a
baboon running
cardboard
around.
box.
I don't
for
care.
2
I'm still blooming scared of them things.
it's only a little one, though, isn't it?
It's the one that Hunter gave me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That makes it worse. Okay.
It makes me
So
think
Oh,
of
it's on the wall behind you, Phil.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
You realise I can see the wall behind me in my screen.
So whereabouts
And
is
I
your
just keep
sofa
looking
in
every now
relation
and
to
then
where you
just
are?
in case something crawls up the back of it.
Where's
I'm
your
just
sofa in
waiting
relation?
for. Oh, sorry.
No, you're right. I was just going to say, where's the sofa in relation to where you are right now?
Right next to me.
Oh, right. Okay. So it's under there somewhere.
But
Probably.
that's where it darted to.
Oh.
After it came out the pot, ran up me, over my shoulder, down my chair, and then jumped.
Can I just point out that if you want to move stuff to find that spider in Phil's flat,
Yeah, good
it's an
luck.
all-day job
Yes, I
With
can
with
confirm
multiple
that as well.
people.
Yep.
Yeah. So I went to Aldi and said,
Hi, Amy's in chat, so I'm saying hi.
Well, have Jeremy, having been in this room, understands my my dilemma of moving around space.
so.
I couldn't imagine you dropping that box of crickets.
And
in
that's
there,
why
dude.
every now and then
Jesus.
I do sort of look around just in case it
Oh
pops
my
up where
God.
it was. But
Every single spider box had to come out through that door into the hallway for me to then catch them. Because the good thing is that curtain is long enough that nothing gets through it. Like crickets run up it rather than out.
Oh, stories taste of shit.
You
Yeah,
know,
this-
yeah.
Amy. Yeah.
After Phil told me about the spider that is on the loose, I've been sitting here waiting for Phil to catch the fake one on the wall in the corner of the eye and have a jump scare.
I got it.
No, I just want to see the moment where Phil's like checking up on his phone. You just see this little sling just crawling in the background.
If I see it, I catch it. If it's on me, I'll die. Same.
At least you didn't have a Cupienio Sale female hop, skip, and jump into a basket. You don't know where it
Oh my
went.
god, those things are quick.
Yeah, I was trying to pack it for Natalie's mystery box because she mentioned she wanted one. And it went inside the tub, sat there. As I went to go put the lid on, it got spooked. I don't know how. And it launched itself onto my shoulder, launched it into a basket with like a bunch of tubs, and I just couldn't find it. And Mark was like 20 minutes away. So I was like, no, I need to go shower. I don't have time for this. So
Steve's-
now I've
Steve's
got
in
a
chat, isn't he?
free roaming Sale.
Okay. Part of me is half a thing because it's fairly warm. I've even got my fan on that, so I mean, in my shorts I wear in my flat. So I was I half expect at some point just for this house, I'm just to crawl up my leg without me feeling it and go into my shorts.
Give you a nice little tag.
And for me, at one, you just if you guys see me at one, but just stand up or jump up.
How big
dancing
is it?
around. Yeah, big.
So it's not little.
Oh, fuck.
It's not little. It's like, you know, yeah, probably I guess about like 7 centimeters or so. Like,
Yeah,
you
but
know.
it's like it's visible. It's not like a sling.
Oh yeah. It's not. It's you know. It's a proper. You know. It's a full on. You know,
I thought it was a
It's
sling.
probably
Oh,
going to make a
Jesus.
web and live under your sofa.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I had that with the Tiger and Marcella, 2 months in a cardboard box. Full on web tube and everything. It even had a dead cricket bolus in there.
So
That's how comfortable it was just chilling in my bedroom. I was like, okay. All right, you're getting potted up on the solid
probably nice and
Bedford.
warm under and on my sofa because my radiator's behind my sofa, so it's nice
There
and
you
warm
go.
back there.
Look
Gonna
in
live
your
in the,
radiator.
Yeah, I did.
Hmm.
I will again.
The problem is, if you try to look for it, it's just going to keep wandering around.
That's the thing. That's why I sort of like it's better for me just to wait, you know, and check, you know, during the night or stuff, and after lights are gone off, you know, turn off lights.
Probably just sat on your wall somewhere.
You know, that's it. You know, that's what I'm hoping is at some point, one night, I come in with a torch, and hopefully I'll just see it on the wall somewhere and go, aha, there you are, you bastard, and catch it.
One night, you roll over, it puts its arm round you and says, "Night,
That's
Phil,"
it.
and kisses you.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Oh God!
I'll go to bed. One
You're
night.
giving me
before
nightmares now.
There'll be just a Kelsey, I'm just saying like, hello.
Oh God!
4 legs just come over your abdomen, over your carapace, Whitfield, and go, "Night."
I had 9 of those beetle larvae, Phil.
Oh,
Greg.
oh, nice. The gladiator.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're so cool. Then they're about. I think I've got some that are like just hatched, and some that are like L1. Well, they both L1.
Put
I don't
them
really know.
straight on flake soil, and then dig a little divot in the tub, and then sprinkle some fish flakes in there, and then cover it with flake soil. I got males that would almost triple the size of the original wild caught male last time.
Really?
I did that. Yeah, he was
Yeah, I've
huge.
got mine on. I've got mine on flake soil because I bought a load of bags from the from Jade.
Yeah.
So I put flake soil in. They've all got flake soil.
Yeah.
And then I've got like each individual one in a tub about that big, like that size.
Cameras would probably work quite well as well, wouldn't it, Jeremy?
Yeah, Gamera's shrimp work. I used koi pellets that I had at the time for my ones. I did the same with Lamprima. I bought a pair of Lamprima. The male was minute, very, very tiny. And I did that technique, and the male was almost pretty much 3 times, probably 4 times the size of his dad. He was big. I was very impressed with myself. Big beetles.
I remember.
I miss breeding beetles.
Speaking with, I don't know his name, but I don't know if you probably ever met the guys from the Pet Factory.
Hello, Phil.
No.
Hello, Tron. Hello, Matt.
Oh,
Not Martin owns
Hello,
the Pet Factory
hello, Teapot.
in
I see how it is. You forget about me.
in
Hello,
Germany.
Teapot.
But the guy who dealt with most of the beetle stuff, or deals with most of the beetle stuff for the Pet Factory, I was speaking to him again years ago when they could come over with all the stuff, and they dealt with loads of beetles. And he was saying like for like a lot of their giant ones, like their Calcasomas, their Dynasties, their Goliathus, what's that the other? They were giving them adult hissing cockroaches to the larvae.
Jesus.
Wow.
And they were eating them.
Yeah, dried hissing cockroaches.
Oh, like not live ones.
Not live ones, no, the dried ones. They would dry them out
Be more
themselves in
specific, Phil.
the oven.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that is a savage little larvae if it could crush up a live
Phil,
hissing roach.
can I ask you a question?
Yes.
How do you cope with the stupidity of people? I've had to go and have a lie down for 2 hours because my brain can't comprehend stupidity anymore. How is a tegu a bearded dragon? How?
I mean, just as much as a tortoise is a hedgehog.
Just how? I did my show today.
You
Right?
can call them chin
And bearded
dragons.
dragons, like Komodo dragons.
Well, I did my show today, and I was doing about royal pythons, python regis, doing about that. Well, that is cool.
Bastian told me to tell you.
Was he giving it to me? That'd be lovely. I'll have
No,
that now.
said showtime.
So I've done my bit about royal pythons and stuff, and I got around to the first kid. What is it? It's a ball python. Comes from Africa. Did the same bit again, right? Well, literally like 5 people further back, same thing. I got asked the same question 8 times. I was like, if you'd have been listening, you'd know what it was.
People
I
don't
was like,
listen.
I just can't cope with it. I just couldn't cope. And they put me today, instead of that big room that I'm normally in, that I've showed you the picture of, in a room that was about twice the size of my lounge. Then they decided to put 30 chairs in it, which is okay. Then they oversold it, so they put another 8 chairs, then another 4. In the end, I was like, I can't do this. She was like, what do you mean? I said, I haven't got room. It's not safe.
Here.
You going to the toilet, yeah?
No, I'm doing that to talk.
So I was like, I can't cope with this anymore. So I've told her if she wants me there next time, she wants me in the small room, she's got to tell me so I can bring smaller animals.
Yep.
You imagine trying to move my berm around in there today? It was impossible. I was like, this is bloody hard work. So I can't do it. He kept trying to wrap his tail around the backs of chairs and pull them out from the wall. Like,
Yep. Sounds
his
right.
tail through me camo net. I was like, oh, for Christ's sake, I can't do this. And she just looked at me and he went, are you all right, Daddy? I went, no. And because instead they normally do it like pre-sales, so they normally sell tickets before I get there, and then people have bought them and they didn't do that today. Today it was, oh, don't worry, you can turn up and you'll get in. Okay, so some smart ass put on Facebook, make sure you're there early, otherwise you might not be able to get in. So my first show was 11 o'clock. I got there this morning at 10 o'clock. 10:15, there was people trying to get into the room as I was trying to set up. So they were in there from 10:15. I started my show at 11. At 11:45, I finished my show. And as they were going out, people were trying to come in. So it worked out I did the whole day. The animals got a break, but I didn't because I couldn't leave the room because there was people in there. Instead of being able to leave the room and lock the door and go for something to eat, I couldn't even do that. I couldn't go for a wee. I was like, this is just freaking ridiculous. I was like, how does Phil do this every day? I was like, how does he put up with this level of stupidity and not stab somebody?
No,
You must have the patience.
You should ask my dad that, because he'll do like whole day like displays by
There's
himself,
something for you in chat,
and
Matt.
literally he'll start the day at 7 in the morning, and he'll get a break, and maybe 6 in the evening. That'll be his break.
I just admit, it was so mentally tiring.
Yep.
I just couldn't, like, I'm buggered. I can't even string a sentence together. I can't even take the mick out of Jeremy. I'm that tired. I can't even think of insults right now.
Get at work all the time. Like, I'll do, a talk for 10 minutes or whatever, and then when I say, any questions, it'll be, what's that animal? Well, I did just tell you. How long does it live? I did tell you that. What does it eat? I did tell you that. What does it? I did tell you that. The vast majority of people don't actually listen to what you're saying.
No.
Well, I actually
used
an excuse today, Phil. I was doing my bit about ball pythons. Somebody else said, how long do they live? So I said, well, do you want the actual answer or do you want the internet answer? No, I want the actual answer. So I told them, and they're like, I've just Googled it and it said they don't live that long. I was like, well. Got a friend called Phil. He's
just
a
say,
zookeeper.
do you want the Google answer?
He told me that. And I was like, right, argue with that, you little shit. I was like, you bastard. So I hope you fall over on the way out.
Yeah, the captive average lifespan of a royal python is, perhaps only like 10 to 15 years because of how badly they're kept.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But the fact that, and I've always referred to it, I'm pretty sure it's Cincinnati, but an American zoo had a 64-year-old royal python that successfully laid eggs that hatched.
Yeah, but it probably wasn't this big around, Phil, was it?
Oh, no, probably looked after.
Yeah.
That was a bit, you know,
Like
the
we were
space
having that
move and stuff.
discussion in the bug hut,
And that was
weren't
a
we,
good
Matt,
few
in
years ago,
regards
and
to
I don't
tarantula
even know if that. I
lifespans.
think that revival
Yeah.
may still be alive.
It's just I was glad when the last
So,
people went to I was like,
like,
do you know what? I can switch my brain off now. I can't handle stupidity. I was like, I can't deal with nothing.
it was like 64 years old, Bastion. Yeah, 64 to 65 years old. That it laid eggs. So it's like, well, maybe the average lifespan should be like
That's a reused one, Matt.
40, 45, 50
So somebody's
as
put
an
it over there
average.
Yeah, 1 second, look back there. Where is it?
on my desk.
What is it?
It's
So how we
around
base
the
off
top one,
tarantula lifespans depending on how they live in captivity, but you got to remember that some of these spiders probably go into a dormancy state for about a year or two, depending on droughts,
Mm.
Yeah, that's it.
lack
And
of
it's like,
food, etc.
you know, we with tarantulas, they haven't been kept or even bred long enough in captivity for us to really know.
Yeah,
And probably of someone having bred and reared up any of the grammosodas or the brachypelmas or
multiple
phonopelmas
generations
from
worth
slave
of spiders.
right up through out of life.
I turned into a pot.
You know, that's where like some of those females or some of those species, you know, perhaps could live like 60 years or more.
And
Yeah, that's my stance on like some of the wild caught phonopelmas. It's like you go to Arizona, and there could be years where there's no rain at all, very very little rainfall. So these spiders aren't getting any food because of like the seasonal locusts and stuff that come out that they eat.
That's it. Yeah, they could, like I say, have a dormancy period of a year here and there.
So they could be years old, years old, like probably 40, 50, 60 years old. So it will be interesting to see in the future what lifespans will be determined with those kind of the grab species, as Tom Moran refers them to. Yeah.
That's the gab, isn't it? Gab species.
Gab species, yeah. Gab.
Yeah, because I was feeling like, I mean, grab. What one's the R? Like,
yeah, Grammosaurus a
GR. Want to know the worst thing today, Phil? I took my egg-eating snake. Nobody cared. It was probably the least popular thing I took. Now, I know if I gave any of you lot the egg-eating snake, you go, oh, that's really cool. It eats eggs. That's awesome. Not today. No. Right. Blank. Okay.
That happens. That happens.
And a tegu. No, nobody was interested in a tegu. How can you look at a tegu and not think it's the most cool thing you've ever seen?
Okay, that happens. But like, you know, next time you can go and you know, not take those, and people are like, oh, you haven't brought this today, or whatever. Or you take and people are all over those, but are like, you know, I see Beard of Dragons any day. I don't care about Beard of Dragon.
Can you put that drawer back, and can you get me the drawer with the?
So just never know.
In it.
Yes, my love.
Thank you.
I'll do Alexa's jobs for her. Don't worry about that. No, I've asked her to come down 5 times, right?
Yeah, she did come down. She had me for 2 minutes, and then I asked her to put some stuff back upstairs.
Which drawer?
The one with the moss in. I don't know where it is.
From the Matt are doing the dad jokes today.
Yeah, they are.
Well, Tron's joining Matt in doing the dad jokes.
It's Bastian's fault. It's Bastian's fault. It's Bastian's fault. Every live I appear on, Bastian's now got an expectation of at least one. Leah was loving it on Saturday night on Mark's night. She was like, more, come on, more. I gave her about 5 or 6, and she was like, yeah, come on, hit me with them.
I think Matt.
She says Terry doesn't give me enough of these during the day on his Facebook feed. I need more.
It's got moss and stuff in it. And spider moss.
I need to go and get some carpet moss tomorrow from somewhere. I was looking at my gutter. I had the beardy on my shoulders now. I was looking out at the gutter, and I was like, well, there's a lot of moss in that gutter at the back of my house. It looks lovely, but I don't know.
Depends on what you're using it for. I've used gutter moss before for for pill millipedes, and they loved it.
It'd be for the sturmy female, so I'm like,
yeah, it's not for eating.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It'd be alright. You know, you can give it a rinse or whatever.
Yeah, because it'll be hit by rainwater. So if you want to be safe, just put in some tap water for a bit.
I'll have an hour about it. I'm going to go to the woods anyway tomorrow.
It'll be no more. It'll be no more dirty than what's from a
from the
forest.
woods. No.
Yeah.
It's just a hole. It's in a gutter.
Yeah,
But-
yeah,
there you
yeah.
go. Oh, it's in the gutter. But actually, probably fine. It's just sat on leaf litter anyway.
Yeah.
I've almost finished that bag that I got from you, Leo. Of moss, that big pink bag.
Yeah, I need to wait like 1 or 2 months before I can go to the woods and find moss again.
This is the thing. I can't be bothered to go to the woods. That's why I buy all my stuff. Same thing with flake soil. I always say to Phil, "Can I make flake soil? Yeah. Can I be bothered? Nah."
Thing is, though, it's just I want to do. I can put the new substrate down and I can do all the stuff. But if I want to try and keep that soil like nice and humid for her, thinking like big pieces of moss on the top for about at least half of the enclosure will be ideal. If the male's anything to go by, in a couple of months it will be completely covered in web and dirt. He did use the moss side to lay his malt mat down. To be fair, hey Leah,
No. Matt couldn't even get the joke out before he starts laughing.
it's just the fact it starts "Hey Leah" and you just appeared from the side. It's like
Matt, I turned the table so you could talk to Terry.
If you want to make her laugh quicker, why don't you just drop your trousers?
you couldn't see it from this distance, mate.
I can. I've got one of those really good macro lenses now.
Oh,
It's got a property of RT on it. I don't know what that was for. It's a really good macro lens. Makes things look enormous.
RT.
Oh no, RS, isn't it really? The RS.
Yeah, Joe, that
Fuck,
moss
that's
in
a
the
long time
garden
then,
centre
isn't
is probably sphagnum moss, so it's usually cheaper
That
from the
did
garden
take me a
centres
long time.
anyways.
Probably is it?
It's the same stuff that they sell
Unless,
for animals.
Yeah, when it's sphagnum, the says it's normally cheaper than reptile sphagnum, and it's exactly the same stuff.
hmm.
But
Always
some
find
guys
it
says
dries
if they're
out
doing
way
like
too quick.
closed terrarium supplies, they sometimes I've seen some that do like cushion moss and stuff.
Spagnum's
Yeah,
weird.
I
Isn't it?
don't like using sphagnum moss anymore just because it goes all yellow.
It goes yellow, and it's either really wet or bone dry. There's no
yeah,
in
you
between
don't
with
get
it.
in between. Yeah,
There's no happy medium.
Yeah,
I've got
it's only a happy medium as soon as you take out the bag and stick in the enclosure, and then 2 days.
when you first
the
spruce
next day
up
or
the
whatever.
enclosure, it looks, oh, this looks nice, and then your
Yeah.
For
tarantula
about a
ripped
week.
it to shreds, and it just scattered everywhere. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
thanks for that.
yeah, I don't use sphagnum anywhere near as much as I used to.
I've got sphagnum in with the assassin bugs in the corner, just so I can soak that corner. But despite all that, I did see one stuck in a molt today when I was going in to feed them all. Poor little bugger. He's got his whole molt stuck on his back end, and his back leg's still trapped, and he's walking around using his front forelegs, carrying his like old self.
Oh,
But he ate today, so he's obviously not too bad. But I don't know what he's going to do when he goes to poop and things like that, because he's just going to poop into his old exoskeleton.
multi-layer molt.
Yeah. He'll probably end up getting eaten by the others, but I've got so many bloody bugs in there, it's ridiculous. I put a whole tub of medium crickets in today, and they were pretty much gone within an hour.
I need to get some assassins again.
Yeah,
at
they
some
got
point.
Jeremy, you can have some of these, dude.
Ooh. I might grab some. I might buy some of the fruit beels off you as well. I want to have a big culture like that. Fruit beels again.
Yeah. Oh, I took them all outside this morning. Took the lid off. Just let all the gnats and all that fly off, and then took about. Well, I took this much poop out of the top front. Went through that with a fine-tooth comb to make sure there were no baby grubs in there. And Kath's like, but the grubs are massive. I'm like, not when they're born, they're not. They're like about the size of a blooming...
And the eggs as well. You might find the eggs as well, potentially.
Oh, what do the eggs look like then?
Little tiny white balls.
Oh,
Sometimes
right. No,
yellowish.
I didn't see any white balls in there, but I'm not throwing this away for a while.
Matt, what I
I mean,
will
worst
say
case
that
scenario, you just sieve it with a
Yeah.
fine mesh sieve.
I mean,
It's all
just
food.
don't chuck it away whatsoever at all.
No.
Once you're happy that there's definitely no grubs in there whatsoever, you can use it for your isopod feed.
Yeah.
Plant
Um,
booster.
Give it, put in your plants, any house plants or whatever, or if you got any live planted enclosures or whatever, stick it there as a safe.
There's loads of
and
springtails. Springtails have gone mental in there, so it's like a new little colony of springtails.
Yeah. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I mean, I've literally grown plants purely in some of the larger beetles. The larvae frass. I've literally put plant cutters in, and they're just rooted within a few days.
So they're either the eggs,
fertilizer pockets.
you say the eggs are either white or yellow. How big would you say they roughly are?
It was talking about pack no, they're like tiny.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen when you get like compost and you get those little nutrient balls?
Yeah,
Vermiculite.
probably similar size to that, or maybe a bit smaller for Magnolia. But
Yeah, I was going to say like a little tad smaller than those little nutrient balls. They're tiny.
because those nutrients, they're about the same sort of size as a rhino beetle egg, aren't they?
Yeah, I was going to say like a rhino beetle egg. I mean, I bred the Japanese rhinos and the eggs were tiny,
Yeah,
really.
teeny tiny.
yeah.
Yeah.
Rhino beetle eggs are really they're not big. They're quite small.
Oh,
Yeah, so I had to be really careful digging around with a teaspoon, hunched back for like 45 minutes, making sure I didn't miss any eggs. I ended up with 26 larvae.
Yeah,
I was talking to
send
I was
it
talking to a guy
to you.
today about beetle larvae.
oh yeah.
He said he used to have a guy when he worked in the sawmill. He used to have whole trees come in, and if they were like rotten, he used to have a guy come in and he'd scavenge about on all these rotten logs and find these larvae, and he used to take them home and keep them. And then he used to
Yeah, those are our
pack them out.
native Dorcas, the small little
Yeah.
Dorcas.
Oh, no,
Dorcas,
this was-
Pala something? I don't know. Pala.
Trees used to come in from all over the world, so we have like different beetle larvae that burrowed in trees all over the world. He used to like collect them.
That's
Oh,
pretty epic.
I think they were
Yeah, I
beetle larvae.
need to get back into beetle breeding again.
I'll have to, I'll find a joke. I'll send it to you as well, Leah, because you'd find it interesting. There's a TikTok account I found. I think it's in Japan. I don't say anything, but all it is literally doing like Hercules pupae.
Oh, yes. I'm following them,
Just
and they
like,
do
really-
the green oasis. and they,
the Oasis, the fluorofoam, the fake chambers and stuff. They like these long plastic boxes and stuff, and it's just lots of like pupae sorting.
and the beetles are like the beetle pupa are like this big, and it's like holy crap.
But the thing is, all the stuff's cheaper over in Japan and stuff.
Could you imagine walking around there with Phil? He'd be constantly leaning forward because he'd have a little
You
semi
can
on.
get it in the supermarkets there.
Yeah. You literally walk into the supermarkets and there's beetle
And
breeding
you can-
kits. And
You can
kimchi.
buy all the- kimchi, super cheap kimchi. That's higher quality than the UK.
Anything in the
cheaper.
UK, their air quotes low quality stuff is better than what we have here.
Yeah, I was speaking to someone not last year, but the year before AS show. I bought his book actually. Yeah, he's on a book. So just about sort of being a naturalist and stuff, and this and the other. And he's very much a beetle guy. So I was chatting with him, about that, and then he like turned to his mate and he's like, "How much is like the cheapest kimchi in Japan?" sort of thing. And he was all like, "Oh, in UK money, about £1 for like 2 liters."
And here we are paying like 15
And that's
quid
like
for
it
a block of
was like,
shiitake
oh,
box.
that's the lowest quality. That's our lowest quality one. And it's sort of like, yeah, but it's probably a much better quality than anything in the UK. It's like, yeah, it is.
That's
I need to
mental.
make a mission one day to find an importer for Japanese products because I need their beetle jellies again. Their beetle jellies are
The
very
thing
good
is, the
quality.
more popular the beetles get, the more likely it is for it to start being.
The only downside
yeah.
is I don't think Japan exports readily, so
No,
that's the only issue.
because you got who's it from Taiwan? Monster Titan Beetle Shop, isn't there, in Taiwan?
Yeah. He gets stuff from Japan and then ships them out from Taiwan.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, has anybody bought Jeremy out of Spider Shop?
He bought himself.
I
Jeremy
bought
bought
myself. I'm arriving tomorrow.
I used to get like.
See, Matt, Jeremy just said he's arriving tomorrow, and I couldn't even make a dirty joke. Couldn't even make a dirty joke about Jeremy arriving. That's how mentally tired. Like,
When is arriving?
Matt, you're gonna have to fill in for me, please. Can you make up the dirty jokes?
Oh, I'll try.
I'm too tired, mate. I can't do it.
Even Dave's seen the bloody post now.
I'm sure everyone's seen it by now.
How long would you leave this box of soil? I've gone through it. I don't think there's any eggs in it from what I can see, but how long would you leave it?
What's
Couple of
that
weeks?
for?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the eggs, I think they take about, 7 to 10 days to hatch?
Yeah, I'll give them a little while. I don't think there's any in there. I mean, there was like tiny little larvae, and the larvae, I got all them out, and then I put all the new substrate in, and then had a whole load of fungus gnats pop out of the substrate, so that was nice. But,
As you do.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm so glad my fly problem isn't near as bad as it was a few
To
months
be
ago.
honest with you, the fungus gnats don't bother me too much. The other big buggers have all disappeared now, so they're not a problem. It's just that when I'm sitting there feeding and then you get a fungus gnat fly into your face, it's annoying.
Yeah.
It's in your nose and it pisses you off because they fly off after.
Bloody tickles as well.
Yeah,
Oh, in the
It's like
worst
those.
way.
but I've got so many beetles at the moment. So many beetles.
Nice.
Yeah, I do need to do something about these assassins. I've got way too many assassins, and they're now starting to. There's too many of them, so there's not enough space for the ones to go and hang and molt and stuff like that. So I've had a few bad molt. So I either need to split them up or do something with them. I've got so many bloody babies, it's ridiculous. I had to hand feed some of the juveniles to make sure they got food today.
Yeah, that was my thing. It was literally just a big. Because I ordered like 1,000 black crickets. I'll just get a big cupful and just chuck them into the white spots.
Yeah.
And one cricket will have like 5 babies attacking it.
It's absolutely nuts. And then you know which ones aren't getting fed because they all almost end up with their abdomen being like almost concave at the top, don't they?
Little shriveled abdomen, yeah. Especially in the babies, they kind of just look like a little dry cherry.
Yeah, and it all sort of falls flat, doesn't it?
Where's Phil gone? Do you think he's noticed the ASCAL and he's gone to go catch it?
No, he left quite quick.
You probably saw in the corner of his eyes, like, shit.
Leah?
What?
You know I went to see Connor over the other weekend, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. We went climbing.
Right.
It was good.
Okay.
There was this one climb though.
Oh,
Right, Jeremy, I'm at the same point as you. I just don't trust him.
There was this one climb though. This guy was ahead of me on the wall, and he was farting really badly.
Right.
I reckon it was probably the worst ascent I've ever had to do.
Oh my god. Have you like literally? Have you ever seen Friends? Do you know Janice from Friends? Oh my god. I'm gonna turn into that because of you.
What do you mean you're gonna turn into that?
I'm not like
Did
that.
you catch the ASCAL, Phil?
Oh, no, I haven't done that yet.
Oh, we thought you ran off because you found it.
No. I went off to get another bottle of water and have a piss.
No, you'll find that at 3 o'clock tonight in his bed.
Dude,
Perfect.
what are you doing?
It's the one
All
Hunter
this
gave
noise
him.
now, what are you doing?
Is it? Is that the one that's escaped?
Yeah.
Hang on.
It's probably just hunkered somewhere under my sofa, or in my sofa, or on the back of my sofa.
Give me a minute.
Oh, Phil's gonna get it.
Oh, I'm trying to get Natalie some bits and pieces because she wanted some roaches and that. So I'm doing one better. I'm sending her roaches and a load of other bits and pieces for her to
I'm not going to
Phil,
tell you.
She
what
got,
happened?
I gave her a big tub of dead stuff. I can't remember what was in there. I think there was some camel splayers and some other bits and bobs.
Oh, nice.
There you go. What'd you say, Hunter?
Phil, what happened to my tarantula?
He's on a runner.
Where is it?
In Phil's house somewhere. Don't laugh. It's not funny, you cruel little slug. Poor Phil.
Somewhere under or in my sofa.
He's gone back upstairs.
To be fair, Phil, right? If you have to move everything in your flat, you have to get another flat to put the stuff in, or you're going to have to carry it all outside.
Oh, I dread moving out of here one day.
Right.
Happen one day because it has to at some point, but like.
I'm saying it to you now. The day you move, I am busy. I don't care what day it is. I'm busy.
I'll probably have to like plan a good like 2 months in advance or something and start moving everything out. Move it all to like the sheds at my parents or something just for holding.
You have to do it 4 months in advance so you can start 2 months early.
Phil, it would be a bloody nightmare moving you out of that house.
Yep, yes it would.
Bad enough for moving Ellie next week.
That's why I said I'd have to, have a lot of notice. So, well, just for myself, I'm like, yes, I'll be moving out to literally start moving everything out.
Phil, I'll help you as long as I can take some animals from the zoo at the same time. I'll just sneak them out.
It depends on whether he had a bad thing that he's getting let go for.
Terry, you cannot put a tiger in your duffel bag. Yes, I can. It'll be fine. They get the duffel bag.
You can't put a tiger in there, but you could put the armadillo in there.
No, I picked the wrong one up like Phil did. No.
Yeah, Terry.
I went into the reptile when I went into the reptile bit.
Terry,
I just saw the
I'll
speaker
just put
getting
the red
attacked by
panda in my duffel bag.
Well, that's you and Lewis having one each, so there you go.
There you go.
That's the red panda's gone. Right, who's up for a pygmy marmoset?
Nobody.
I'm
No,
traumatized by
them.
marmosets. They're nasty little things. The ones at my college will piss on you when you walk in their enclosure.
Mine don't. Mine don't.
Well, to be fair, Jeremy, they're probably bigger than you.
Fuck you.
Yes! I'm not that tired! I got one out. I'm not that tired. Sorry, Chesa.
I don't
I'm
normally
going to
laugh
send you a
at Terry's
box full of
jokes, but
loose
that
and
one
red
got me.
runners.
As she said to you, no.
Although I'm annoyed at where we sent one of them.
Yeah.
They've changed its name.
Oh.
They wouldn't place to do that. It's like, oh.
How
What did
dare
they do
they?
that for?
Some places do, like, they'll only like change the name if it's like, oh no, it's actually not the sex that they think that they were sent as or whatever. And even then, we'll try and like make it something similar.
Well, you mean a bit like me with my male tegu that's no female, and Lewis's female tegu that's no male.
So,
like my Vitalius chromatus, which I thought was male, and now it might be female. It's confusing me.
So the one we sent, the female we sent, that was called Chaska, is now called Rosie.
She can't beat the original Rosie though.
No. Hey, Michael.
Can you ring me tomorrow?
Hey,
Yeah, go on. One did punch me in the eye.
Well, can you ring me in sick?
If you want to stay home and do work.
No, I want to go work.
That was quick.
Because he knows I want him to put the shelves up.
How about if I leave you the drill and the drill bits and you put the shelves up?
You want to trust me with the drill?
No, I'll meet you in casualty after work.
I had a load of books fall on my head the other day.
Oh, God.
I had a garage door hit my head the other day.
I've only got myself to blame.
Waiting for something like that.
Yeah, so was I. That's why I went, oh, God.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
was it
Yeah.
a plane? Jeremy, was it a Playmobil garage?
No,
I'm just dragging the barrel to try and get Leah to turn that frown upside down.
I'm
She
not.
it was my
Oh,
actual.
She loves it.
It was my actual garage door when I tried to push it up to fix the cable.
You still
I
need
know.
to send me a link, Jeremy.
oh, hang on, let me take a quick photo of it. To send to Matt.
For oh yeah, let me do that now. Give me 1 second. Oh god, I don't know how to send links.
Right,
I might just screenshot it.
Hey, Leah.
I'm working here.
I decided to stop using aerosols as New Year's resolution for this year.
Yeah, go on.
Roll on 2024.
What?
Well,
the
I
fuck,
saw a
man?
competition the other day, Matt. It was
Oh God, don't you start as well.
well, it was a contortionist competition, right? So I entered myself and won.
I entered myself and won. God.
See, now the problem is, right?
Matt, I'm
you
sending
think
you the
that's-
screenshot,
Hey,
but I
mate.
can't remember how to send
Matt
links.
sat there and Matt got the mental image of that. I feel much worse for Matt.
Natalie,
Hey, Osmond.
parcel.
Hey,
Hello,
Natalie.
Natalie. Hello, Osman.
Gonna wrap.
Oh, nice.
It's been reduced in price, for fuck's sake. I paid 20 quid in December.
Was it
Don't
that
worry.
actual one, yeah?
Hey,
Yeah, that's the
Osman.
exact one I ordered.
Nice.
Yeah, you're lucky, man. You're saving a
Who's
fiver.
playing
I
this?
spent $20.99 on my one.
Did you invoice it today?
No. I'll get it done.
Michael.
No, it was not. The cable came loose and it hit my head.
Well,
I
at
was
least
on
it
a
didn't hit
Thursday
nothing.
night after a 10.5 hour shift. I was not happy.
I'm sat here. I'm like, oh, John sent me a message. What does he want to say? What did the ocean say to the beach? Nothing. It just
Just
waved.
waved.
Jesus.
Oh, I just had to.
Susan, allow me. I'm ill. I'm sniffling, coughing my way to work tomorrow. I can't wait.
I was a bit like, why did the shark blush?
There's a seaweed.
Yeah, because the seaweed.
What?
What? Sorry, that was funnier than the joke.
I didn't say it was a funny joke.
Leah.
Yes, Matt.
How does a train hear other trains?
Don't know.
With its engineers.
That was a good one. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
You know what, Natalie?
Yeah.
I might have, because my nose has been stuffy and I've been coughing all
I'm
afternoon.
ignoring everybody now.
Why me? I didn't do anything.
Okay, I'm not ignoring you, Jeremy.
Leah? Who's a good girl?
Oh, no, that's mean.
Well, I can tell you, Tron, it's not fucking her.
Oh, I've fed like one spider the entire time I've been on this live.
I was going to feed spiders tonight and I was just like sitting in my sofa at like 7 o'clock. I was like, no,
I've got-
back in there.
I've got a whole 50. 30.
Maybe if you spent less time telling jokes.
Maybe, but they're funnier. I've got 30 slings to feed, so that's involving cutting up food. All 4 of my Pentalorus have all sealed off their burrows and disappeared into their substrate, which is why I was trying to get hold of Steve, because it's like, great.
Typical,
four of
isn't
them.
it?
All 4 of them have sealed their burrows off. Oh, I got to feed Legolas. Woo.
Legolas looks awesome, dude.
Yeah, definitely going to molt in the next couple of weeks, I reckon. I didn't even think, Jeremy, when we were rehousing those things yesterday about the substrates on Saturday.
Did you
Sorry,
all go in drink
In
my
regards to,
the Sturmies when we moved them.
oh yeah. Yeah,
It made Amy
my
laugh so much
substrate.
that she walked into
We
a
didn't even
unit.
think, did we? It's like it's just the fact that it's like, yeah, that's mine, that's my setup. That isn't. It's like probably Spider's gone in there and you're just like, what the f is this room all about?
Amy, I love you, but sorry, that's funny.
She's been a bit stressed sitting at the back, and I reckon I've scraped like the top layer out so that hopefully it hasn't got as much hair and stuff
Don't
in
blame
there.
me,
Wait.
Amy.
What did Natalie say? Stop jissing you. What do you mean by jissing you? JISSI. What's that? My brain is not even functioning at the moment.
God,
Emeraldus.
you missed the first comment, Jezza.
Me?
Has anybody heard from Strokes?
Well, yeah. She's saying I have a cold, but then she's saying jissing me. What does he mean by that?
Yes, Drugs was on Sunday's live
What time was it? What's
yesterday,
Okay.
I
Was
think.
Oh,
I don't remember. No, I don't think it was.
Well, then he was on Saturday because one of the two he was.
I don't recall seeing Strokes anyway.
no, I don't recall seeing him. Just wondering if he's all right. I think I've done everybody's parcels.
You done my parcel.
I don't owe you a parcel.
I was just hoping.
Yeah, nice try. Nice try.
Send him an empty box and go, there's the mystery.
It's not worth the money.
Not worth the money.
Well, not to make a joke. Gotta try and get everything back in the box now. This one. They've got to come out because they don't go in the box.
Michael.
Oh, Michael, guess what?
You idiot! You absolute fucking
Your
idiot.
calendar's ready to go.
Cal Cody's just had both.
It's only in the middle of February.
I know.
Bloody Cal Cody's just had its. I've never ever seen this before. Both
Don't make me
back
feel
legs
waste my
stuck in
regular.
that.
Oh,
Does
I
anyone
already feel
need the
bad.
male chromatus?
no. I have a chromatus. I don't have male or female. Nor am I going to breed them.
That's not good. Never had that with a Komodo before.
What's it done?
The Cal Cody's just had both back legs stuck in the mesh on one of these. It was hanging by its two back legs. Really heavy pre-molt spider.
Jesus.
Just in the lid of the Komodo. So now I'm going to have to go and see if it's all right because it's just
No, Michael.
launched itself off. After having it opened.
Oh, you know the
Can you
bloody
put it back
gimp
to the cat, which is full?
lividus I had that bolted
Yeah.
out and grew its leg back. Well, it decided to pop off another leg, the little shit.
Do that.
None of these.
So now we're back at the beginning.
Oh no!
Do you like my new postal bag?
Mind you, Tom Morrison's his
Very you. Very you.
Regalis had 3 molts. He kept growing and dropping them, growing and dropping them.
Weird.
There's nothing live in
It's
these.
a different leg as well, so I don't know why it popped off this other leg.
Well, my Avic Metallica had its broken pedipalp.
Yeah.
Well, that one it dropped, and then grew a new one, and then dropped the new one and regrew that again. Took about 5 molts to settle down.
Strange. I just
You
hope that this
okay?
lividus grows its leg back, because
You okay?
yeah, it would be a shame.
What were you doing on the lid, you idiot?
She was like, "I'm arboreal now."
Look how fat this. Oh, no, let me bring the. I'm sorry, on the spreadsheet. I can't see you guys. Look how fat this thing is at the moment.
All right, don't say that as I walk past the mirror, Matt. I get a conscience.
I've been putting my Mildenhall Halloween show leaflets in my orders too, by the way.
Your legs all right? You okay?
That's what I like to hear.
So
You're gonna slap
everyone
me?
make sure you get to the Mildenhall show.
You are, aren't you? Look, you're fret posting, you little Right, at least the legs are okay. That's the main thing.
Then I'm going out the night before. We go hotel.
No,
Why?
Done, Natalie.
no
Done.
one's gone up. Will you?
I also have a t-shirt for a dime.
When are your Phil Fest t-shirts being made, Phil? We're all going to wear one.
Although,
I can't find the
there's
stickers.
t-shirts. I've got small, medium, 2X and 3XL, I think.
Yeah, but when are you making your Phil Fest ones?
Don't
Just
have
remind
large
your
or
mum.
XL.
Don't take that a minute. I don't know where my stickers are.
Well, I'll probably get those done perhaps nearer the time if I decide to do those.
Right. I'll support you, but I'm not wearing one because your mum will rip my head off. All right?
I'll perhaps just do a very limited run.
I would do a very quick run. Do you wear one? You're
Well,
very
like one
quick.
day.
Like 10
His mum
t-shirts or
will
something.
Right, I'm gonna shoot off for the evening because I've got to be up at 6 tomorrow for work. So
Night,
for the love of
Jezza.
you,
No worries. No worries.
99.
We're probably going for just another sort of 10 minutes or so anyway.
Love you,
no
Jazza.
worries. Take it easy, guys.
Mildly like
Night,
you,
Jimmy.
Jazza.
Bye.
Baby,
You said
if you
10 minutes more?
I can't find the stickers in it.
What?
Help me
Phil.
find my sticker box.
It's round.
You said 10 more minutes, roughly?
Yeah, about that, because, it's just gone 10 to 10, and I'm already cut it sort of around 10.
Yeah, okay. I'll stay
Just,
then.
yeah. I've
'cause-
got work tomorrow and stuff.
Yeah, me too. So
Oh, look at the baby.
Oh, yeah, I got to go do a proper job tomorrow. Don't like it.
Yeah, just
I need to get a restock of large and extra large t-shirts. Because they've sold out.
That should now be done. I'm crawling around under there.
I'm hoping this
No,
molts
they're in
very
that box,
soon.
I think.
What?
That
So
one.
the same as a decent size.
That's
Yeah,
where they were. That big one.
honestly, this is why it was quite worrying because even though there's not much room between the top of the enclosure and where it is, it was just dangling there, both back legs. You wouldn't want this thing to drop its back legs, that's for sure. I've never seen that. I've never seen that with a Komodo lid.
I've seen it with an Exoterra lid.
Yeah, normally because the Exoterra has its woven mesh, so it's like individual strands in each direction, whereas this is like a formed mesh, so they can't get their bits stuck in it. But it was just hanging there, both back legs, and then as soon as I opened the lid and put a bra clasp lid underneath, and then sort of unhooked him or her, and seems all right.
It's probably very much free house and probably just something that just having to be in a certain position just for that to actually happen.
Yeah, the other
Probably
thing
never do it again.
I was just making sure because obviously the fall was only sort of this deep here.
Yeah,
but I was making sure because it was over its burrow.
Yeah.
So what I didn't want it to do was tumble off down there and hit his abdomen or hit his abdomen on here. But the abdomen seems fine. There's no issue with the abdomen at all. Just
yeah. I mean, the other day at work, I was took out the waters of the tranches of work, the display ones, but they're all on display. First thing in the morning, and pulled out the Grammasola pulchra. They'd climbed up to the top of the enclosure and had done a hole in the mesh.
Oh wow!
So okay. So I had to call maintenance and be like, "Have we got some more mesh, or we got something that we can cover this over with?" Thinking like, I don't want that trying to squeeze through there.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
And that's the first time I've ever had that happen. There's a custom aquarium enclosure, but yeah, first time I've ever had it happen.
Bloody hell. I've had this spider since Bristol 22. I'm still waiting for it to molt.
Sounds about right.
Half my box up, lads.
Just on the pound before you.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to be seeing that getting stuck again. The trouble is, then you start thinking to yourself, right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add about another 2 inches of substrate because then it can't do that.
I apologise, my dog's gone mental.
Yeah.
Do you want some more substrate? Is that what you're telling me? Should we give you a little spruce up anyway? Come on, let's do that. Let's do that.
Terry, can you look in the pot over there? Alexa's looking the other side. Just that one there. I think I found it.
The amount of substrate I've had to make up for this 45 by 45, it's like a proper big dubia bin tub full.
Yeah, big tanks take a lot of substrate.
Hang on.
I'll tell you what though, it's going to be good quality because to reduce the weight,
I've
gone mostly peat moss.
Yeah.
So it's the most gorgeous looking substrate out there. And it's nice and light. It's nice and light, nice and fluffy. Because topsoil and that's quite heavy, but peat moss is like really light, probably half the weight.
Right.
Night, Bastian.
No, Bastian.
Night.
So,
nice.
yeah, all being well for Taunton, I should have my card reader arriving for Taunton. I'll be able to take card payments for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah, finally, Square managed to actually verify my identity.
Is that all of them? Yeah.
Yeah, yes, you are a real person. Thank you. But and got the card reader ordered.
Mate, they're a pain in the arse, right? We've got a sum up here, and obviously it's for the judo club, and they blocked us saying you need to verify that you're a judo club, and it's like, well, we can send you all the details, and we sent them all the details of the club, and then for the next probably 3 or 4 weeks, no, that's not good enough. And it's like, well, how else can we prove we're a club when we're sending you all the details of the club, about the club, and all this and they just wouldn't have it. So like,
yeah, my parents, when they first got a card reader, they got a sum up, and they never got on with sum up at all.
They're a pain.
So my parents now they then went to Zettel, or what was iZettel at the time, before it got owned by PayPal. So I was then looking at that today, but I can't link it to my current PayPal account. I'd have to make another PayPal account and all this at the other. And have a business PayPal account and all this at the other kind of thing. So I'll try Square again.
There, and I will sort it out in a minute because it came from there, so it will fit in there.
Because I didn't want to have to make up come up with a whole new email address and this at the other. And suddenly today, the Square decided to go, oh yeah, we will verify your identity.
That
allow me to buy a card reader and to link it to a bank account.
There you go. It should now be able to reach. If you like the two-tone effect. But it's tried to it was trying to get me as I was putting the lid back on.
Oh.
Doesn't like the new soil.
What is this?
Bloody ungrateful. Just trying to make sure you don't drop your leg.
So got to arrive, and then hopefully they'll arrive before. And the thing is, it should be like this week or something. A load more tubs arriving as well for stuff.
She's going to the toilet.
Should also at Taunton hopefully have bags available for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Phil's got a girlfriend now, so things are going quicker.
Well, purely because
purely because she's doing it and she's kicking his ass. Isn't it, Phil?
It's a bit of both.
Yeah,
no,
don't know what you men do without us women.
No. It's just because now he's the foreman has now finally got a workforce.
Of course. In other words, Natalie's got to work.
You
Amy's got to work.
can't manage and do the stuff yourself effectively very well. So as soon as you get people to help you out, you can manage efficiently. It's much better. See, you ask Terry, he knows.
Oh, I man my workforce. I have my own workforce, my own boss, everything. One man band with me.
That's his way of
Yeah.
saying you're.
I
That
can
was
work-
his way
I
of
can
saying you're
work-
slacking, Leah.
I can work 9 days a week. I can work 37 hours in one day. No food, no sleep. Just keep going.
Don't start him off.
You have a heart attack, you just take a couple of aspirin and get on with it.
Here you go. Parcel number 2. These can all just go second class. They don't have to go first class.
I don't know, they're not like
Yeah, Jackie.
Oh, see you in a bit, Jackie.
Oh, night, Jackie.
It's 10 o'clock, so I'll probably cut the stream anyway.
Oh,
Nice. Here's the invite, right?
That's right. Who's on Wednesday?
Moi. Yeah.
oh! Don't sound too enthusiastic about entertaining the masses.
It's Valentine's night, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Valentine's,
Wednesday.
yeah.
Yeah, Wednesday is Valentine's Day.
I'm taking a massive risk.
See what I was going to get for Valentine's Day? She doesn't even know. I was going to get nothing. Same as every other year. Nothing. Right?
Oh.
Yeah. He keeps moaning, right? Like, not being funny.
You're never funny.
Oh, Steve, you are there. Dude, did you see the thing about the Davos Pentalauruses? All 4 of them have burrowed and blocked themselves in. Don't worry, dude. Don't worry. We'll get to you eventually. But yeah,
I know, all
Yeah.
feel sorry for him.
Valentine's is. I'm taking a massive risk running alive on that night.
Oh, don't run alive on that night and see what happens. Nothing.
I'll run alive. It's fine.
Tell you what happened, Leah will run it because she won't have enough house to do.
Maybe
Okay, I'll be there
maybe
then.
we'll do some pairings.
Leah may as well do it because she's not doing nothing else for Valentine's Day.
Are we not?
Nope. Not this year.
Fair enough.
I'm having a year off being romantic, can't bother.
Fuck off. When are you ever romantic?
I always say please and thank you. I always apologise before sex if it's going to be shit, and apologise after.
He totally didn't just storm out the room.
You're a bad
On
bad
that note-
person, yeah.
I'm horrible.
On that note, we'll say good night.
Good night.
Cheers for having us on, dude.
Night, everyone.
Night, everyone.
Right.
Chat.
Good night, John.
Bye.